Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and we are going to be trying to get into Mythic today. We are 5 wins currently from Mythic, and I've been making the push with this updated version of my mono red snow list. This is something I've played in past months, so I kind of tweaked it based on the current meta, and I am 6-1 with it so far, so hoping to get those 5 wins in fairly easy succession. In essence, it's very similar to your standard mono red list. We are playing things like Robber the Rich, Fervent Champion, Frostbite, Annex, and Embercleave. We have a snow package with Faceless Haven. However, with Historic, we do get some upgrades. We get Bomat Courier, which is a card advantage, 1-drop, that you can sack after multiple attacks and get card advantage. We get Burning Tree Emissary, which allows us to multi-spell at times on turn 2. And then we get to play, it adds 2 Devotion to Annex. We also get Rampaging Ferocidon, which is a way to shut off life gain and basically punish opponents' creatures coming into play. Same with us. We get Chandra, which is my favorite Planeswalker. Torch of Defiance lets you get card advantage, ramps, deals damage, and its ultimate closes out games on its own. We're also trying out Hazoret in the main board, just a sticky threat that can come down and basically smack hard and fast. We also have Ramanop Ruins as a way to get some reach in terms of our land base. And I'm actually playing one Roiling Vortex main. There's a lot of blue-white control and kind of dirtily slow decks with like the combo decks. So just having this main and also as a way to shut off life gain, in addition to the Ferocidon's been pretty good. So kind of the reason I'm going back to this version over the burn deck is we've seen a lot more like blue-white control and the combo decks, and they've really moved away from stuff like Extinction Event at times, or they're just playing one of. The big thing was Shadow's Verdict was a card that really hurt the deck, with Sultai going away and the Yorion Ultimatum piles not being a thing in Historic. We don't have to worry about it as much, so I've had some success. The sideboard, which still looks awful with this layout, so we have some Abrades, just as kind of reach and burn for creature matchup. We have Magma Spray as an exile style effect. Grafdigger's Cage is a way to attack the graveyard for like the combo style decks. We have a Fry for like blue-white control, auras, stuff like that. Lava Coil as a way to get just the 4 toughness creatures. Some Roiling Vortex some more on the side. Chandra's actually been pretty good against control, just another stickier threat. Allows you to keep pressuring and works well with your other Planeswalkers. You have the Acronin War in the creature matchups, just steal creatures, and Chandra Awaken Inferno as just a later game uncounterable threat. The one thing I did want to potentially try, let's go down one Abrade. I actually wanted a Phoenix of Ash. Let's try that out. I just want another stickier threat. Just ways to come through. So let's try it out. We are Diamond 2. See how it plays out. Go from there. My dog came to visit me. So if you haven't heard, there's a big announcement today from Wizards. They are discontinuing the MPL, the Professional League, and for the most part have put a pause on everything pro Magic. So for the most part, this doesn't affect me. I don't have necessarily aspirations of becoming a professional Magic player. I do this more as a hobby, but the big thing for me at least is the MIQs, the Mythic Invitational Qualifiers, just being able to like finish top 1200 and spike a tournament perhaps. So in the dark we keep this hand, we have some card advantage, and this is pressure with some removal. So likely what we're going to be doing with the channel is we'll still get up to Mythic, but beyond that, I don't think I'm going to be as aggressive in terms of pushing for top 1200. It typically yielded pretty low stakes, so it's not really worth it, in my opinion, to keep doing it if we don't have a clear understanding of what will come from it. So for this turn, I think we're just going to go Burning Tree, because if this is Phoenix, we're still pressuring. If this is Jeskai control, then we want this down as early as possible. Starting next turn, we have these Bomats as well that we can keep up. Okay, so Still largely okay. I don't think we're cracking the bow mat. It's a little awkward the way our mana base is, because I can do this. We needed one more red source to do everything, because I can't pop it. I think we just get out the most pressure possible. Actually, no. I think having access to the 3 cards is more impactful. Take them off this. So they don't really gain life. This is probably a matchup where we take out the Vortex. What we can do next turn is post-combat, play the Burning Tree and crack it. Get a 4th card under it. Main board, they usually just play Force Shock, sometimes Lava Axe. What we'll want to see if this is a Phoenix build or more of the kind of like aggressive slanted one with the Sprite Dragons. So we can see potentially... Hey Kevin, what are you running right now? I haven't played against Tainted Pact all day actually. It's pretty easy. It's kind of annoying. Mark here. So next turn we hit him with Faceless as well. I tried your Selesnya list. I couldn't win with it. Cages. Lava coils. So Hazoret. Okay, so we get rid of Ferocidon, get rid of this. And trim down. So Fry gets rid of most of the stuff. Still want Embercleave. Chandra's still okay. Question is, like, do I want this on the top end? Probably too slow. We just want to go like super aggro. They usually bring in like Sweltering Suns post board. So maybe we trim an Embercleave. This sticks. Either Sweltering or Anger the Gods. I think it's probably right to cut these and play maybe just a Phoenix here. I can go a Braid. Because we have the sprays, we have an Abrade, a Fry, and a Lava Coil. I think that's largely okay. We still want some pressure in play. Might on the play bring in another Abrade. Run it like that. Yeah, that's the thing I find frustrating with that deck. It's a one-of, so I can understand, like, you know, there's a lot of duplication in terms of removal. But it seems like they always have the one of, we're on the draw. I think we keep this. They always have the combo on turn 4. Could be a burn spell here. That's fine. If we didn't have Faceless Havens, wouldn't have kept this hand, but I think in the dark we keep this. Bowmat Courier is really good. And this is one of the big upgrades from the standard version, We saw that last game. This card drew us 3 cards after attacking early. Next turn we'll put the Faceless on. This allows for 3 damage potentially. So, would like another card with some action. Actually, Embercleave's not terrible. Provided we can draw another creature in the next turn or so. Could see a Braid out of them as well. That's the 3rd burn spell. So we got Stomp here. I think we're just playing this out. Trading our land here, while it's somewhat enticing. And this is where post-board gets a bit tough when they're running that much burn. I think getting this into play is beneficial. They didn't have a play. That's interesting. Just easy smork. Surprised if their intent was to opt anyways, like if you opt, at least it saves you a point of damage. Because now they're dead lethal. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Easy smork. Let's get mythic and then we can brew. Well, hopefully they go that quick. And this is what I like a little bit more about the burn, like not going the burn version right now, is you could close out the game a lot quicker. And you're not as reliant or like impacted by life gain, just because you can push through large chunks of damage. That was turn 5, hit them for 10 through a blocker. And then the following turn we had 10 with the Bone Crusher, plus 4 from Faceless Haven, plus 2 from the Stomp. So 16 damage on turn 6. And that was with them having 3 removal spells for us. Vladgul. We might be their boss battle. Let's keep. I usually like getting this out on turn 1, but we'll see what they play out. If they want to trade here, I'll do it. I guess I could have Fervent. They don't block the Fervent there. But I feel like my next few turns, maybe I do Fervent. This matchup's tough. They likely have a land, so it goes up to 5 power. Let's just play this out this turn. Could see Great Henge. Oh, Just the big boy. So I could play out another one of these. I can make it so my Ember Cleave's live. If they have a land, they attack in anyways. Let's just do this. I guess this is worse if they have a 1/1. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. Take 5. Could see Collected Company here. I think we're just attacking with everything. Try to push through some damage. This may get them. Okay, Scavenging Ooze isn't bad. So they Coco here. Just absolutely stonewalled. Was okay, but them just getting all Love Strucks, you know, we try to escape standard for this card. It's gonna be tough. We need our Cronin Wars in this matchup. Now Ooze is just gonna be able to outscale us. We'll give it a draw step, see if we can hit our Henge or our Cleave. Taking 5 here. Doesn't feel great. Thing is, I can't really henge through anything here. Give it one more draw step. You say there's a chance. Not really, but so not gonna do anything. These just brick wall us. So Lava Coils, Phoenix to go over the top, Crone Wars. Chandra's actually decent here. Can sweep up a lot of their stuff. Ferocidon's okay. It's got the Menace, which I don't mind. Fervent just gets bricked by a lot of things. Lava Coil's not that... This isn't that good. And we want our Braids. Hazoret just gets hit by Skyclave Apparition, so again, not the best. I think we trim on a BTE On the play, I'll probably keep this. Probably just trim a Chandra. We need like threat density, but it's a little tough. This is the one matchup I don't really want to play against. They could cleanly answer Annex. His hand's low to the ground enough that hopefully we can steal some stuff with Robber. I actually think I'm going to do this just to be mana efficient. I want to start putting pressure on their life total. And the earlier we get robbers going, the more beneficial it is. Yeah. So next turn I can Knight of Autumn, make a 4/3. This. So next turn I can Knight of Autumn, hit that, and get 2 creatures. And they're already at 9. Isn't too shabby. You oftentimes in this matchup just have to like throw things. Okay. That's more upside. Getting him into lethal range here. I guess I could have also done this and played this out as a creature to try to threaten lethal, but kind of like doing this. Because it, if they have like Lovestruck Beast, I can kill something in face of Lovestruck through an attack. This deals 3 plus the 2 damage we have on board. Their curve was Disruption, Disruption, Coco. Gain 4 life. Fortunately, we have to do this. So, kill this. Then we're just kind of all out. They have 3 cards in hand. The Cocos are a huge mirror breaker here, where they just get to play off the top. Obviously gonna see another Coco here. No, just Kazan, dude. Those are cards. I might decide to pop this, depending on how they block. I want to kill this Scavenging Ooze. Can you run out of gas? So we're obviously playing this out. The question is, do we attack this turn? Because that doesn't let me turn on cleave. I think we still attack. Only bad side here is if they have Apparition. Okay, got there. Got there. Do we want to change anything? Maybe I do want Hazoret. Chandra's kind of slow. The Chandra also deals 4, so maybe. We still need the Ember Cleaves, I think, in general. Maybe trim a Ferocidon. Might want to spray as well. Just maximize my removal. Run it like that. The tough thing here is they're on the play. Well, this is very much a hand of us going wide and hoping it sticks. We have the option here of BTE, BTE, Robber, or BTE, BTE, Abrade. The cards we flip off Robber we can use with Faceless Haven, perhaps. Elfon 1 is kind of annoying. This lets them have some of their more powerful drops. So I think I'm actually going to take the Elf out for now. I don't want to get Collected Company next turn. And they did mulligan, so they might be missing lands. I can always Abrade this next turn. Probably not activating this next turn, so I can bluff like we have something. Maybe we might. It might come down to us racing. It's funny. We actually cut a BTE this game. Opponent doesn't want to hit themselves for 3 here. One more burn spell would be really good here. Crone War. Redain is actually super annoying. Just stonewalls us here. Might have to go defensive. Embercleave one time. They hit me for 5. think we gotta just throw this in here. I'm gonna trade with the Spellbinder here. Hey Killa, how's it going? We can get a burn spell. We got a lot of them right now in our deck. 2 3s against a board of 2 2s isn't great. Okay, that's a start. Oh no. Stupid Redain. Yeah. That's super frustrating. They hit me for 4 here. Nope, not gonna do it. Flooded out there pretty hard. Bit of the issue there, like maybe we weren't supposed to attack there, but we just make it so any line drop, their thing becomes a 5 power. We didn't really draw out of it that well. That matchup's tough. We are able to take, like, Cleave would have helped us there. Actually, Cleave probably, even with the cost reduction. We'd have to see, because we'd have to overcommit a bit to the board. Interesting, the opponent, oh, they had Giant Killer probably in hand. Probably why they didn't, So this is Jeskai control. I think we just play this out. This will be good against Jeskai if we can get it to stick. So I think we do this. We do this. Lightning Helix is a bit annoying in this matchup because it insulates their life total a bit. So I think because I do want to get empty-handed, I'll do this. On a bit of an older version with Behold the Multiverse. Could be Doomscar. Question, do I want to... I think this is okay. I guess technically I could have Behold the Multiverse. Oh, that's just a big chunk of damage coming through. But I kind of want to get rid of cards for Hazoret. Even if they Teferi here, if they Wrath of God, it's not that good for them. So that's 5. I think we're just firing up here. Because I also have this memory lapse. So I think we do this first. This requires them to have double Helix. So same idea. That gets a counter to their hand at least. Feverino. Ooh. Jeskai turns? This might be the lore hold version, the combo version. So Vortex, Chandra, Phoenix of Ash, the counter. I usually bring in a Fry in this matchup. Cut the Frostbites, they don't do anything. Usually I'll trim a couple copies of Embercleave. They're going to bring in more removal, so you don't necessarily need that type of effect. Outside of that, it's still a threat. Play it like that. If this is the Lorehold Dragon turns deck, then anytime they cast a spell for free, they take damage. Okay, this is a risky hand. We need lands over the next 2 draws. It's a slower deck, so I think we try it. Says he needs lands, draws a 4-drop. Punished. Punished. I got greedy, I think. It's probably a mulligan. We'll play this out to get information, but Chandra's going to be too slow here. I just want to see if they're on the combo version. That's frustrating. 24 lines too, so it's not like we're on a low density of lines. So I could... Yeah, they're on the combo version. Well, I wanted to kill it on my end step, but... Alrighty, let's hope for the best. They are getting to the point where they can just hard cast, which is a bit scary. They bring in Rip Aparts. Not the end of the world. If they're using that on Vortex, I just want to see if they're on Dragon. they do here. I could play the Annex, but they likely either respond by killing the Annex. This is likely a turn spell. So this is where we get punished. We'll do this, see what they do. Okay, so it's Behold. Could see like a Helix or something here, but I think we just want to keep them off creatures. Another Shark. Opponent really hasn't drawn well, all things considered. Like, they left us in this game longer than they needed to.
Well, that was a disaster.
So we might just be able to mess around. Yeah, so we've seen Rip Aparts out of them, Lore Holds. This could be another Lore Hold command. Doesn't make much difference. Helix here. Okay, so we're getting to the point, like land we can play Hazoret. They have to keep making tokens each turn. They chain a bunch of turns together, it's a bit problematic. Don't have any burn spells. I guess I should have waited on the land. Maybe gets them to... We are losing this race. Bone Crusher helps us stabilize a bit. Opponent's digging. He's got a lot of lands in hand. Okay, that's actually good. So I'm gonna play the Chandra here.
Won't lie, I'm a pretty great pyromancer. Go get him, buddies.
Here they're forced to keep blocking Hazoret, so they have to keep 5 mana open each turn. And we can start throwing stuff with Hazoret if we get like extra lands. Creativity for Dragon. Let's see what they got here. Puts us down to 1. Yep. Okay, so they are the combo deck. They didn't really show sweepers. come on, why aren't you letting me board? Stupid arena. Stupid arena. Okay, so we probably want cages. Again, if they have to use their Prismari or something to blow up a cage, it's probably worthwhile.
Pyromancer extraordinaire. Mostly.
Did it just not let us board? Don't think we want Ferocidons. It's pretty easy for them to interact. Probably also don't want Chandra on the play. Just go like super aggro. Okay, let's run it like that. They could have Anger of the Gods, but I don't think we want to really have that much removal. Okay, I think we keep this. That other hand, it was a bit too slow, I think. Like we weren't really accomplishing anything with it. Go Faceless next turn. Faceless being 3 toughness only really gets hit by their Helix that we saw. So Prismari Command's actually pretty good against our board right now because Bowmap Courier being an artifact. They just had Clarion. So they did have Clarion in their deck. Good to know. Can we draw like a playable card? This is frustrating. I just go Helix to the face. It's a decision. So this puts in a card for Phoenix of the Ash, which I like. So we can escape it back. So they could have another burn spell here. Hold here. I just gotta get him into like a low enough range. I technically have 4 points of burn, so we need to just deal a little bit more to them. That's kind of annoying. So my thoughts here, if I'm going to Bone Crusher, hit them. I think we're just resolving here. Don't really have... I guess Cage is a 1-drop I can do. Nope, just more lands. Tune into my Only Lands channel. Jesus. They've drawn 3 Lightning Helix in 17 cards. Not too shabby, if I have to say so myself. And they have the Shark. Uber punish there. Hard cast. Ah! So frustrating. Freaking hell. That's just like bad variant. We drew a lot of lands, they drew a lot of... Like they really only play those Lightning Helix at instant speeds. That game 2 was probably where I should have mulliganed. It's either Pact combo or some sort of creature deck. Having multiple Bone Crushers is good. Come on, opponent. So, Inquisition. Still don't know what exactly they're on, if they're rogues or something else. I think I'm playing out a naked BTE here. Need to hit a land. If they are rogues, I do want to have Bone Crusher. If they're auras, I want to have Bone Crusher. Them taking Bone Crusher. Okay, no, they're Pact combo. So as always, versus Pact combo, they always have the turn 1 discard in their singleton deck. And not even Thoughtseize, the painful one. This would have been better last turn. think if we draw land, we're not going to Ember Cleave. Instead, I will hold up the availability of Stomp. Okay, so they're just trying for the combo here. Could see the combo next turn. If they turn 4, then that's just frustrating as hell. Well, we ain't seeing lands. They could have a sweeper here. We just have to hope that they don't A, have a full sweeper, B, they don't have us dead on board. Hand was super reasonable and just never saw third land. Okay, dead weight's a good sign. As stands, they are dead on board. Got him. Okay. They needed that land. So this is a Vortex and Chandra and Ash. Trim on 2 Ember Cleaves. Actually. Okay, so they're on Grixis, which means they do have Bolus. I think we just need to be as linear as possible. Just bring in the Vortexes and go from there. They're going to bring in a lot more removal. Okay, so maybe a Chandra instead. If the game does kind of get drawn out a bit, Chandra can put some pressure on them. This is more than reasonable. I think I'm gonna save the Bomat Courier. It's better later. They just go defensive position, Fae of Wishes. It's actually a bit of a roadblock for us. It buys them at least 2 turns. So next turn I could Chandra down tick on Fae of Wishes. And then we can start gassing up with her. Okay. Brainstorm. Brainstorm with Search for Ascanta is nice. It lets them kind of bin the cards they don't want. They have 4 points of life over 4 turns.
Hey, over here.
Still getting a chunk of damage here. So we can plus Chandra here. Also have the Faceless Haven that we can activate if needed. I think we just want to put as much pressure as possible. They technically could combo off at any given moment. Okay, bodes well. That means they're likely missing line drops. They have a removal spell. They want to use it during our turn, so that the tokens don't have haste. That is a cleave. So 3. That forces him to have removal. So 3, I can plus Chandra and put another Annex out. I guess Bomat was free this turn. Hey Titans, how's it going? Supreme Will.
Today's my lucky day.
I mean, sure. You got one more turn, opponent. One more turn. Can you combo us this turn? It's a very nice full art. I mean, you either need a board wipe or you gotta combo me. Weird sequencing. You think you'd search first and then scry? Okay. So they're either looking for an answer or they have the combo. But if you have the combo, you do Thassa's Oracle first, typically, so you don't have to go through this. Okay, so they hit one Oracle. They hit the second Oracle. So I think they were just trying to do it that if the Oracle was far enough. So their approach is with second Oracle, if you mill enough of your deck, I think with how... Yeah, so if Oracle is in your bottom 3 cards... Fight me, bro. No. I guess? I don't know. Yeah. It's Pact players. They wanted to feel big-brained. Okay, Diamond 2. We dropped a bit.